Hello everyone and welcome back to another car review here on Auto Walkarounds. This is a 2021 Dodge Durango RT, which just got a big refresh for the 2021 model year. This one costs about $54,000, just a little under, and is painted in granite clear coat gray. Before we start this video, I want to ask you guys to please subscribe. We're a brand new car channel wanting to bring objective, non-biased car reviews to YouTube, so we would really appreciate it if you guys subscribe. I'm beginning with the front fascia. If you've been around new Dodge models, this will look very familiar, especially very similar to the Dodge Charger. Now, Dodge has gotten completely rid of the crosshair grille that they had on the Durango for the longest time. Now all the models will feature this grille design, more similar to the Dodge Charger. Also similar to the Dodge Charger are those headlights right there, which are LED at this price point. You also have this massive hood scoop here at the top, because this is the RT model. Now along the side, you'll see you have the Hemi badge and these really nice looking dark gray, almost black painted wheels. You can also get silver wheels if black wheels aren't quite your thing, even on the RT model. Now this is a big blocky SUV. It's not quite as curvy as a lot of your Toyota Highlanders and Honda Pilots of the world, which definitely makes it stand out. Now the rear design, you have this really long rear light bar. I still think it's a really cool looking design, and it's definitely stood the test of time. The engine under the hood is a 5.7 liter Hemi V8, which has been around the Dodge lineup for many years now. It's tried and true. Produces 360 horsepower on this RT model. Now, this is nowhere near the fastest Durango. There are two faster models. There's the SRT 392, which is around $60,000 to $70,000. And then, of course, there's the all-new Durango Hellcat, which is even more than that. And that will produce upwards of 700 horsepower. Now we're starting off this interior with the door panel. You got some soft touch plastic here at the top, some nice carbon fiber trim down here, some nice soft leather with some red stitching, and the rest of this bottom here is plastic. Now these seats are 10-way power adjustable with 4-way lumbar support, which is excellent actually. Now these seats have some nice leather here, along with some Alcantara suede material right here. I believe this is Alcantara material. You also have some nice red stitching here on the seat. Now getting in, you have the steering wheel, which is very similar to both the Charger and the Challenger. You do get paddle shifters on this RT model, which is definitely something you don't see on your typical mid-size SUV. You have a bit of a silver ring around the Dodge logo. All of your controls, nice, big buttons, easy to look at, easy to read. Now the gauges have been changed for this model year. You have a digital display there in the center, along with analog gauges, but the numbers are also digital. As you can see, it's turned off. Now moving on to the center stack here, you get an all new layout right here, which is something that desperately needed change, and I'm so glad they did it. My opinion, a little too late, but it's better late than never. It's an all new center design, and I think it looks really slick. You have this 10.2-inch infotainment screen right here, which looks awesome, looks modern, looks much more in line with what the competition is offering. You got a new air vent design too, which looks really slick as well. Some more of that soft leather material, really great with the materials. Huge step up. On the old model, this was all kind of plastic, soft touch plastic. This nice leather material, really liking that. Down here at the bottom, you have your AC controls. I love that they kept these controls analog rather than making them digital. Sometimes a lot of automakers now are making all of your AC controls and putting them all on the screen. I love how they're using physical buttons. I think it's just a great balance of digital and buttons, which is not something you can say about a lot of new vehicles. It's a really great balance here, so you can control the AC, because honestly, it's much easier to control air conditioning with just buttons. You also have your volume knob down here, heated seats, no ventilated seats on this specific model, but I believe they are an option. Heated steering wheel right there in the center. Down here you have some charging ports for your phone, and also a wireless charging port, which is becoming much more common on vehicles. Down here you have your shifter, very nice, very slick looking, and you have 2 cup holders here as well, and a button for your 4-wheel drive low. Center console, it's a little shallower than I expected. A lot of vehicles are going to give you a bit more space down here. You're not going to be able to fit a person here or anything like that. You can maybe fit maybe 1, maybe 2 if you're lucky, fast food bags in here if they're small, but not a ton of space there. Now moving over to the passenger side, some soft touch plastic up here, more of that really nice feeling leather, some fake carbon fiber trim, and your glove box here, very average size. So that's about it for this front cockpit. A lot of changes for 2021, mainly with the center stack, and I'm really happy to see that, especially since Dodge has been using basically the same interior design for the past 6-7 years, and it definitely aged a lot, and I'm so glad that they changed this up. Definitely fits in much better with the competition, and it just gives you a lot more modern feel in this vehicle. Now here at the top of the vehicle, you can see you do have a sunroof up here, which is to be expected at this price point. Not a panoramic one, just one up here for the front. All your usual controls up here to control your sunroof, as well as your trunk and your overhead lights. Now let's get into the back seat. Seat comfort here is excellent, just like in the front. Legroom. As you can see, I have about 2 to 3 inches of legroom back here, but this seat is very far back, so about what you'd expect from a 3-row mid-size SUV like this. Now let's put the armrest down. As you can see, you have 2 cup holders, reasonably padded armrest down here. These controls down here, you have 2 air vents, as well as a household outlet, which is very useful, 2 USBs, and heated seats. So a lot of good stuff back here for these controls. You also have little seat pockets back here as well, and some AC and climate controls, as well as some overhead lighting controls. So a lot of stuff to play with back here, a lot of great controls. A good place to spend some time, maybe a road trip. Now this car does have 3rd-row seats, and they're about average for the class. This is about an average size vehicle for the class. And I actually have about 1 inch of legroom back here. And I also have a cup holder back here. No USB charging ports back here. You get a 12-volt here from the trunk, but you do not get any USB ports back here from what I can see, which is definitely a thumbs down. I would have really liked to see a USB port back here. One for each person back here would be really useful, because with everyone using their devices, it would just be a great thing to have. But in terms of space, kids should be more than fine back here. You fit 2 back here. This is a 7-seater vehicle, and it does the job just fine. Again, a lot of people may not be using these at all. They may just fold it down for cargo space, which is fine in that respect too. But if you do need to use the 3rd row, this is more than adequate room for most occupants. Now here's the trunk space, what it looks like with the 3rd row up. As you can see, you could probably fit a large suitcase or maybe 2 small suitcases. Now if you were to fold the 3rd row down, as it is very easy to do with this lever, I was able to do it with one hand, no problem. And now you've got tons of space. You could haul all your groceries. You can fit a ton of suitcases back here. This would be great for a week vacation for 5 people or 4 people. And you could even maybe fold up one of the rear seats and take 6 people in relative comfort. because they are 50-50 split, which is very great to have. You can also fold those seats down too, if you really want as much cargo space as possible, maybe for some plywood, some furniture, something like that. So plenty of usable space back here in the trunk. And that about concludes this video, guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to Auto Walkarounds. I'll see you guys next time.